Oh yeah, nothing says sexy like a butthole growler.
Volunteer to shave her?
But she likes pubes.
Why though? Does she live in Alaska?
She just gets cold, man.
She likes having a warm minge? This minge must be warm.
I've had some woolly mammoths in my time, let me tell you, and no, it's not fun. Those long hairs are not easy to deal with. Ball-peen hammers to the cockhead are not a good idea.
Not many, because I don't like crowds.
You have no problem showing your butthole to strangers. You just don't want to be in a crowd with people.
Exactly.
I get it.
You know how it is.
I do know.
It's a little different in a private room and you're showing your butthole to people, but a crowd's not my thing. Recording in progress.
What's up, know-it-alls?
What's up?
Calling in from the road.
Hell yeah.
Who wants to answer a question from a listener?
All of us.
Always.
All right. This one is emailed from Attila the Nun at gmail.com.
Ooh, yeah.
Fucking love
Love
that
that
name,
play on words.
right?
Oh, let's hope she's not planning on fathering as many genetic materials as Attila the Hun did. That'd be kind of difficult.
Well, you're gonna hate it, but it's not a girl. So Attila the Nun is a dude.
Oh, well.
Uh,
Okay.
Howdy, fellow know-it-alls. First off, thanks for picking my question out of your inbox, and I hope that you can help me with a little something going on in my life. About 2 months ago, I had a night of drunken sex with my sister's best friend, and she just told me that she's pregnant. The worst part is that she has a boyfriend, and she says that the baby is mine because she rarely has sex with him. I'm losing my shit here. I don't know what to do. Should I just wait and see what happens? Her boyfriend is a different race than the two of us, so if the baby is his, it may be very obvious. It may not. Please help me.
Oh boy.
I mean, that
Hmm.
sounds serious, and I didn't think anybody sent us anything serious. But yeah, impregnated your sister's best friend. Maybe. She claims that you are the father.
And
You're in.
Well,
time will tell.
Do you just wait it out, or do you
not
be like, abortion?
well. You could express your opinions on that, but ultimately you really have no power on it.
True.
So, you could, I'd say, express your feelings if, I mean, he didn't say how he felt about the girl in general. I mean, maybe he's been crushing on her for a long time and took a chance
True.
for a drunken fuckery, but, maybe he wants something more. I don't know. Doesn't
I
sound
think
like he does.
no matter what, I think it's gonna fuck up your family dynamic too, because it's like your sister's best friend.
Yes.
I mean, I guess if the boyfriend is a different race and the baby comes out and doesn't resemble him, he's probably not going to think too much of it because 50% of the genetic material is her, right?
Right.
So
Right.
he's not going to know just by looking at the baby whether or not it's his,
Right.
unless it looks exactly like the guy, Attila the Nun.
Well, yeah.
Well, this is a tale as old as time. I've been in similar situations, minus the pregnancy situation. And have a perfect solution for this. What you have to do is go out and bang a whole bunch more chicks, and hopefully you knock up a few of them as well.
Okay,
And that'll distract from this whole situation.
perfect. So it will distract you or it'll distract the best friend's sister
It'll
or
work
sister's
Well,
both
best friend.
ways. They'll have mercy on you because they'll be like, oh, well, look what's happened over here. He's just been out fucking everyone.
And
yeah, but there will be absolutely no mercy, no mercy on his wallet.
No, none whatsoever. But that's future him to worry about.
Anger from your sister or three child support payments. Fuck, my sister could hate on me all fucking day long.
So if Attila the Nun goes out and fucks and impregnates a whole bunch of girls, and then finds out that his sister's best friend's baby is not his, he's gonna be like, "Oh fuck, I have a whole bunch of kids for no reason now."
I still stand by my solution, and it's very Attila to do something like that.
I guess so, yeah.
Well,
Spread the
that
seed,
is
right?
true.
But
Yeah.
Attila the Nun, nuns shouldn't be having sex.
That's true. But
Mm.
unless you're a freaky nun,
You can't be a male nun, can you?
a
No,
male
you
nun is a
cannot.
monk.
Oh,
Yeah.
lame.
Monks can be cool. The ones that like
Well,
shave their head and fight kung fu and stuff.
The ones that get kicked in the
actually,
balls and don't feel pain.
They get
actually,
their
these
dicks
days
cut off.
yeah, he could identify as a nun. So
That's true.
So Attila the
yeah.
Nun, there's only one true sound, solid bit of advice here, and it comes right out of Josh's mouth.
I
Go
think
fuck,
so.
go fuck everything, impregnate everything.
As many as you can.
Uh, you could also just run away and join the French Foreign Legion and disappear. That's always an option.
Hmm.
More dangerous option.
I would probably wait it out, knowing who I am. I would be like, let's see how this plays out, and then we'll cross that bridge later when I know it's my baby.
And
Right.
your family will always forgive you for your indiscretions.
But I will always mention, abortion. Hey, we don't need to add another person to the planet, do we?
You're gonna hand out coat hangers to all of the ladies?
But I'll do the plastic ones, not the metal ones, so it's just fucking
That won't
useless.
work.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
So there you have it,
Yeah.
Attila the Nun. Hopefully a little juicy morsel of goodness out of your shitty situation.
We're here to help.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, that's the only
Yeah.
reason we're here.
The only reason?
Oh yeah.
Aren't you getting paid?
Nope.
No.
I pay to be
No,
here.
neither am I.
Where's my check?
Yeah. All
Right
right.
next to both of ours.
So the second and final question for the evening. Instagram user shell shocked arugula.
Mm.
That's like
Okay.
a leafy, spicy thing, right? Arugula?
Yeah, it's also
Yeah.
known as rocket
That's correct.
in the UK.
And most other places in Europe.
Rocket.
Hmm.
Uh,
Okay.
hey morons who talk about stupid shit. LOL. Ah, look at
Yes.
that. Someone listens or
Yeah.
or
Yes.
watches the YouTube with just our logo in the background. Anyway,
I can't wait till they start addressing us retards talking about retarded shit.
so hey
Yes.
morons who talk about stupid shit. Give me some advice. My new girlfriend likes having pubic hair, and I personally don't like it and prefer to be clean shaven for both me and her. I don't want to ruin my relationship, but I really can't stand pubes, so it's getting too much for me to go down on my girl without being disgusted with the act. What should I do?
Volunteer to shave her.
But she likes pubes.
Why though? Does she live in Alaska?
She just gets cold, man.
She likes having a warm minge. This minge must be warm.
The minge. She's discovering her inner European, maybe.
I wonder what her armpits are like. We should ask.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't like hairy armpits.
I have learned to just embrace the fact that if I got a bush, whether it's a bush or a bush with no hair, uh, just to embrace it in all its glory, no matter what it is. If you care about the person, you just
But he
take one
says
for the
he's
team.
disgusted with the act of going down on her.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
I don't blame him.
Do you think he's
Um,
picking out little like bits
women
of
for
like lint?
thousands of years had bushes up until recently. They didn't used to shave it. So,
Yeah, but they also probably
I
didn't partake in oral sex either.
well, that's probably true.
They're like, fuck that.
Maybe he should just go on a oral sex strike and not give her the old tongue action. I don't know.
Yeah, but
Uh,
you guys have all seen, I mean, probably never been in that type of relationship, but you've seen your friends who are overpowered by the threat of losing the vagina, right?
oh
For
yeah.
They'll
sure.
hold it or they'll hold it away and be like, you don't get to touch this. So if he stops going down on her, you better believe she's not putting his dick in her mouth.
Probably
Unless,
not. Yes.
unless she's like, well, maybe if I put it in more, he'd go down on me. So she's trying to lure him in. I don't know.
Honey dick him? Honey
Honey,
mouth him?
I
I don't
would.
know. Wait till she's asleep and then trim it for her. I don't know. Since I mean, me personally, do I prefer shaved? Yes. Can I live with hairy? To a degree. At least get her to trim it.
I have the perfect solution.
I've had some woolly mammoths in my time, let me tell you, and no, it's not fun. Those long hairs are not easy to deal with. But if
Ap-
it's trim,
apparently, Josh
I don't
has the
know.
perfect answer.
I do
Well,
have
let's
the
see what
perfect
Josh.
solution. Have you ever heard of a little maneuver called the fake chow? Where you go
No.
like this, you get your fingers soaking wet, and then you pretend that's your little mouth, and you go, "Meh," and then you make mouth noises, la 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 la. And she'll be like,
Wow.
more tongue," and you'll go, "Okay," la, 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 and you still give her the fingers.
She looks down and you're sitting there like watching TV on your phone with one hand and the other hand's just
Yeah.
like,
The
yeah.
fake child, blah, 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 blah,
That
blah, blah.
reminds me of George Costanza like watching TV and eating sandwiches while having sex.
Pastrami on rye.
That's right.
That is if you do go down or pastrami on rye.
I don't know, man. I would
Uh
probably keep myself super, super shaved and voice my opinion many times until she breaks up with me, because that seems to be how I would solve that problem.
yeah.
And what if she has
That
like
I
works.
think
scars or something, so she's trying to cover something up?
I think you would have mentioned that, no?
I don't know. What if he's so disgusted with it, he's not really like feeling around the pelvic region and like licking anything. He's just like going right for the hole. So he doesn't notice that there's a scar or something behind the pubes. Sorry, behind the growler.
maybe if her butthole's not hairy, you should eat that instead.
Oh, the butthole growler, those are my favorites.
Oh yeah. Nothing says sexy like a butthole growler. That's gonna
I'm
be the name of my next band if I ever form one.
the whole
Butthole
sentence,
growler.
nothing is
The
more
butthole growler.
I think we have the name for the show.
Yeah,
butthole growler.
Yeah.
Or
definitely.
nothing says sexy like a butthole growler.
That
Yeah.
works.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm definitely gonna make
I
sure
don't
that
know.
clip gets taken out.
And save for
Yeah.
the
Oh yeah.
intro.
Oh, for
Yeah.
everything. For
Yeah,
from now to the
for
end of time.
everything.
That's the
Uh, you
only
know,
intro.
yeah, it's gonna be, my advice is gonna be try to approach this delicately and tell her that how much you love going down on her, but the hair just is kind of turning you off a little bit, and that you want to keep doing this and enjoying it, and just try to talk it out with her. And if that don't work, and you don't really care enough for her, then fucking bounce. You know,
Then you eat the butthole growler.
that's right. Then you eat the butthole growler.
Fake chow. Fake chow's the
Nobody,
answer.
Fake chow.
nobody wants to eat the butthole growler.
That's not true.
I don't know. The time I did do it, it wasn't a growler. So
The one time you did
yeah,
it.
yes, I do. I think I either did it once or twice. I don't know. It's been years now.
I,
So
I've never eaten the butthole growler, but I have chowed down on a couple buttholes in my life.
yeah.
The chocolate starfish.
The chocolate starfish.
Mm.
Oh, speaking of chocolate, I've got an Urban Dictionary. You guys want to hear it?
Not really, but yeah, I'm sure you'll tell us.
It's chocolate related.
Oh yeah, great.
It ties right in. It's called the chocolate donut,
Hmm.
Huh.
Not the chocolate donut hole.
not the chocolate donut hole, and not the chocolate starfish.
Well, what about the chocolate long john?
The
That's what you get
choc
when you have the chocolate donut.
the chocolate long john.
Yes, the chocolate donut, huh?
Yes, sir.
Uh, um, chocolate donut. That's when you have sex with the girl in the butt, and then when you pull out, you draw it around her eyes like a raccoon, and it's called the chocolate donut. Oh, and then you hope she doesn't get pink eye.
Well, you hope.
Yeah, but no guarantees.
The chocolate donut
Yeah.
is when someone has terrible hygiene and all their dingleberries can braid together and become a donut. So
Wow,
they
Wow.
rip it off and what like a band-aid.
chocolate donut.
Yes.
This happens when you run out of toilet paper. and your shit hardens around your asshole, forming a
Holy
thick
shit.
crust, giving it the appearance of a chocolate donut. Josh was
Wow.
Holy fuck.
you're
I got
fired on
one
all
right.
cylinders, man. You're coming up with the best solutions to our listener problems. You already know what a chocolate donut is, but in a sentence, do you know what a chocolate donut is?
Well, you're gonna tell me right now.
My friends saw my crusty anus ring, making them want to eat it out like a chocolate donut.
Oh, fuck.
Why
Wow.
are
That's
your
the
friends
worst
looking at
sentence of
your
all time.
why are your friends looking at your dried crusty butthole juice?
Maybe he's a juggalo. Apparently, that's like how you get into those juggalo festivals is you have to show them your butthole.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but please tell me more.
Do you
The
know about the
insane clown
insane clown
posse.
posse? Yeah,
I know
I
the name. I
don't
know
think
that they
that's
make
true.
music.
it's very true. I've watched video after video.
They gotta show their butthole.
Yeah, you got to show your butthole to them.
And they invite you to a party?
That's how you get into the festival.
Oh my. How many festivals have you gone to, Josh?
Not many, because I don't like crowds.
You have no problem showing your butthole to strangers. You just don't want to be in a crowd with people.
Exactly.
I get it.
You know how it is.
I do know.
It's a little different in a private room and you're showing your butthole to people, but a crowd's not my thing.
Okay, so Jamie,
Jamie sent you some butthole information?
Showed you pictures of chocolate donuts?
yeah, apparently there is something to this show me your butthole thing at the Juggalo thing.
Yeah.
Apparently it's kind of a joke about showing your butthole and you don't always actually have to do it, although people do. It's kind of like, the whole like waiting, they'd fucking pull their nuts out and shit, you know?
Yeah.
You don't
Like
do
Kind of like
that?
a joke. Oh, I
you're
do
like,
it at
hey,
work
look
every
over here.
I
And then you fucking flash your butthole.
yeah. Wow.
That would be just such a fucking odd thing in your life. You're walking through the mall, somebody's, hey, look over here. You look over, there's somebody's butthole. You go into a public
Yeah.
bathroom, hey, look over here. You look over, some dude just mooning you, spreading his ass cheeks apart. I mean, I told you about the time at work when, yeah, I know Josh. We worked with this guy. Anyways, he comes in the back door. We chat with him. We
He
chat
comes
with
in the back door.
He came through the back door of the kitchen. He
Uh,
joked with us in the kitchen for a bit. And then he goes upstairs, and all you hear is, no, 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 I'll never not see that. No. And then we all run over to the stairwell, and this guy's coming downstairs. And the guy up top is like, that's what you get, you fucker, for pissing me off. And we're like, what the fuck happened? He goes, I was walking up the stairs, and the stairs were like an L shape. So you go up a little bit one way, then a little bit the other way. So once he got to that middle platform before he turned left, the other dude was at the top of the stairs, completely like pants down, spreading his ass cheeks and showing his butthole
A
to
gaper?
wow.
his chocolate donut to whoever was coming up the stairs. And I'm thinking, like, at that place, we worked with a lot of like 14, 15-year-old girls. Can you imagine if one of them was walking up the stairs when that happened?
Oh my God,
It
no. Well,
wouldn't
I can
surprise
imagine.
me at all. Back then, it
I
was a
can.
free-for-all.
I miss
Yeah.
those days. That seems like a lot more fun than now.
It was way more fun.
But yeah,
Wow.
apparently he saw right into the dude's like fucking rectum.
Yeah, right into his
He's like,
innards.
I see your tonsils from here. That's fucked up.
He secretly probably wanted to eat it.
His chocolate donut.
Mm.
Now you know what's gonna happen when we go to the AVN convention if I fucking get on a fucking set of stairs. Better watch out.
Just gonna stand at the top waiting for us.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that
With
Juggalo
a
show would have a lot of chocolate donuts available.
probably some butthole growlers too.
Oh yeah,
Probably painted.
Did you boys have anything else?
that's it for me.
Charlie Ray
I don't
missed
know.
the news story
I
we had.
He did.
Oh yeah, I've been totally off the grid because I didn't have any internet connection or anything, and I've just been overwhelmed since coming back, trying to get caught up on shit and
Did you see any
tired.
whales?
Just only on the boat.
Oh, that's what I was talking about.
Oh my God,
Did
Some
there was
sea
some people
beast.
on the ship that I'm like, dude, this person's got to be 500 pounds. I mean, there's some people up to I don't know. I do not know how they were walking.
How did they get
Seriously.
on the ship?
A
very
crane, like the
slowly.
same kind they used to build skyscrapers.
Some solid gang planks there,
There,
shuffling
there,
down.
there was some. Okay, it wasn't a. Okay, well, a ton. Haha.
Uh-huh.
There were a few really really large people, and there were some larger people. You know, I mean, even myself, even though I know technically, according to my weight, I'm a very heavy person, but I fit between the when I get into a plane, I fit between the seats. I mean the seat rest. And I have a little bit of room. I'm not pushing up against them. I'm not falling over them or anything like that, you know. But I feel for people because I know how hard it is to lose weight and stuff. But it, it's like going to something like I did, where it's kind of like I'm living in the last years of the glory years because all these bands are so far over, past their time, and the fans are past their time, and I'm sitting here looking at this going. Man, we're just fucking living on the vapors of our youth, and it's like, I mean, still fun, but when you realize that, it kind of kills it a little bit.
Well, then don't think about it.
I try not to. Besides which, I mean, you know, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Seeing the bands is a lot of fun. And the thing is, I know there's only going to be a few more years of this, and then it's going to be gone because all these older bands that are actually still somewhat big, because no new bands are hardly getting big, not with the way the music industry is now. Uh, these days are going to be gone. They'll be gone, and then it'll be over. So
End times.
yeah,
We're
it
in the
is
end.
what it
We're in
is.
the end game now.
I will say
Crazy
it was
minutes.
refreshing not to have to read about or hear about a certain person all week long. And I'm not going to say the person's name, but you know who I'm
Yeah,
talking
we're
about.
not
Yeah,
political here.
we know who you're talking
And
about.
yeah, although I did see, to take it political just a little bit for a second, I saw your boy JT finally did actually step down.
Oh,
Yeah,
perfect. So we just
Like,
have this same party with a new snakehead. Like
oh
that we
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
didn't ask for, didn't vote
Oh,
for.
nobody voted
but
for him.
you'll have JT again though. Still, he's just going to be a consultant or something around the edge, getting
Uh,
paid. Actually, he's going to probably take a nice long vacation first.
He's
I
gonna
mean,
do
he's
speeches for fucking $400,000 a speech.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, it's going to be awesome. But
Can't wait.
awesome for him.
Can't
yeah,
wait.
like I said, I'm going to make it a real focus once I just got to deal with well, I'm not going to talk about that here, but the things that I've talked about, and
Yeah,
just got to get past all that and then try to enjoy the spring. I got a lot of crap to do, and it's just like, I'm just going to have to buckle down and work twice as hard to get things done. That's just being an adult. So you hear that, boys and girls, and answers for everything. Sometimes you just got to buckle down and embrace the suck.
fake chow and knock him up. That's my advice.
And stay away from the butthole growlers.
Unless that's your thing.
Some
You know
people
what?
like them.
If it is,
I don't want to kink shame.
no. You know what? Somebody does love them. Um, you know, I'm sure they do. I'm sure there's probably several people that do in this world. I mean, there are 8 billion people, apparently, supposedly, although that might be a lie. So,
It's all a lie.
uh, it's all a lie. It's all a lie. But,
But
yeah,
how do you
that's your
find the
thing.
truth?
The truth is out there.
You need Mulder and Scully.
That's it.
I, I don't know anymore how to find the truth because I can tell you anybody who's got money invested in it is only going to tell you whatever makes them more money.
Don't talk about investments.
Mr. Clay's not
Investments.
happy.
Mr. Clay's unhappy with investments.
Oh, oh yeah. Okay. Well,
When 18% of your net worth gets flushed down the toilet in 9 days because a fucking orange-haired, small-handed man is fucking retarded. Yeah,
Sorry, man. So sorry, dude.
18% just gone. Apparently,
well,
things were supposed to be fixed on day one. Weird. Huh.
Yeah, we didn't see that coming. The whole fucking over Canada thing.
I knew 2025 was going to be a bumpy ass ride.
Hmm.
So, and let me tell you, it's a bumpy ass ride.
Oh, well, I'm gonna enjoy the vacations I got planned, and that's like all I'm looking forward to right now.
Fuck yeah.
How long before that?
I go to Arizona next month to watch Kylie Minogue and go to
Oh,
the
nice.
Grand Canyon. And then in May, I go to Disneyland with the kids and their mom.
Hmm.
And then in June, I go to the UK for 10 days.
Oh
Uh,
wow.
England
Nice.
and
Okay.
Scotland.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you just yeah, didn't you just go to the UK last year or was it 2 years ago?
Uh,
Or Scotland or wherever you went? I
I
know
don't
you went
remember.
driving. Yeah.
I think 2 years ago.
Yeah, probably two
I'm
years ago.
I make a
When you
goal in
went and
my life to
visited.
go to Europe every single year and go to at least another country I've never been to and see something new and then see something I like that I've seen before.
Do you ever go to
Yeah.
museums?
Um, Not really a fan.
No?
Like I like architecture and stuff, and I like cobblestone streets, and I like mountains, I like beaches. Uh, I've gone to a whole bunch of churches, and you learn about stuff.
That's cool.
And
Just curious.
yeah, I'll go to I went to like many chocolate museums where I go through and I learn about chocolate.
Was one of them Willy Wonka's chocolate factory?
I fucking wish I wouldn't make it out of that. I would be one of
Is
those kids that gets killed. There's
isn't England where that guy who takes molds of your butthole and makes them into chocolate candies? Isn't he in
okay.
England?
You know what? Okay, fine. I'm going to England for very simple reason. Let's just say Butthole Growler is my nickname.
But no, I'm serious about that guy who makes those
Yeah,
molds
I don't
and
know
makes
where
So
the
he's
is
chocolate
from.
Clay.
candy
He's
from him.
serious about it too.
Yeah.
I planned my whole trip around it.
He's like, you got to get the taint perfect.
Here, do another mold.
Well,
I'll just change positions, spread
It
my
feels
teeth a little bit
good.
different.
Warm
mm,
chocolate.
No, they don't
yummy.
pour chocolate. Oh, yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
They need to make the chocolate like with the gooey center, like oosh, ugh.
Oh fuck.
I tell you, if I had time and if I was in England, I'd probably go visit some like Roman stuff that's still that's there in England and stuff like ruins and things.
I'm
It'd be
going
fun.
to Stonehenge and I'm going to the Warner Brothers studio to do the Harry Potter tour to see all
Oh
the
cool.
sets.
Nice.
I'm going to the In-Betweeners houses. Big fan. I'm
Oh,
going to the
okay.
Ted Lasso street, like where he lives and sits on the bench right there with like beard.
Mm.
I'm going there. And then in Scotland, I'm going to Edinburgh again. And then I'm driving way, way north to go to a place called Orkney Island. There's a
Oh,
Edinburgh?
okay.
Edinburgh.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a town called Twat. Very excited.
Of course you'd want
Yes.
to
Well,
pose beside that sign.
And there's a
you
bunch of
always
stand. Sorry.
you always want to drive into twat.
Absolutely. And back out. And maybe go back in
Yes.
again. Maybe back out a couple
Yeah.
times. I don't know.
Yeah.
See
But
what
there's
happens.
a distillery, a Scotch distillery I'm going to go to, some Standing Stones. Just a 10 days in a car, pretty much.
With some friends.
Yeah, with a friend, yeah.
Yeah. I would love to go to Scotland and pick up some totally batshit crazy hot Scottish woman who would just make love to me like crazy and just have that really and just have a really almost
Yeah,
indecipherable fucking accent
can't understand a
when she's
word this
talking to
bitch
me.
is saying.
She's just like, oh, this is the hospital. What? And I'm just like, yeah, baby.
You can't
Yeah.
understand if she's saying yes or no, so you're having sex with her anyway and hoping for the
Yeah.
best.
You said jam it in your ass? Okay, hold on. No, Bigora. No, sorry, it's the wrong one. It's Irish. Ah, that would be hilarious. A nice, redheaded lass.
Yeah. I mean,
And
it's,
then, and then, of course, if you do her wrong, she's got like five brothers who'll beat the living shit out of you.
oh yeah.
You know.
Smack you with
So,
hammers in your pee-pee.
The ball-peen hammer on the head of your cock.
Yep,
But they have to put a
yeah.
rivet in there first, right? Otherwise, what's the point of using the ball-peen hammer?
that's the thing,
Fucking
right? You got to smash the
yeah.
rivet down.
Yeah.
Fucking like one of those like cotter pins. You know what a cotter pin is, right?
Sure do.
Like,
A
well, I don't
riveted
think
dickhead.
Clay's not going to be partaking in any of those activities, but have fun in Scotland nonetheless.
I hope so. I don't see why I wouldn't. I always tend to enjoy
Yeah.
myself whenever I leave here.
Get away
What's the
from the
Scottish?
madness.
Yeah.
Try to stay away from the Scottish version of Deliverance.
I'm just nervous
Uh,
about the roads again and driving with right-hand drive on one lane
It's an
highways with
adventure.
2 lane traffic. Not a
I can't
fan.
believe you do that, man. I'd be like nervous to drive out
Yeah.
there.
I dislike it, but I like where it gets me. Like the train doesn't take you to these places I want to go to.
Yeah,
right.
So unfortunately, and
Yeah.
you kind of have to, eh?
I'm not gonna sit in a tour bus. Like it's just not something I like.
You want to be free to do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, I mean, I did a
I,
tour in Mexico. We got on the bus at like 4 a.m. and they took us. We went to a cenote, to the Chichen Itza pyramid, And we
Yeah,
went for like an
yeah.
authentic Mexican like lunch at this place. It was fucking awesome. Saw a little show. I had a really good time. But what I realized is that if I had rented a car, it would have cost me a quarter of the price and I could have done it in half the time.
Yeah.
So instead
More
of
Right.
efficient, better.
yeah, instead of leaving at 5 o'clock in the morning and getting back at 7 o'clock at night, I probably could have left at noon and got back at like 6.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
I didn't have to think or do anything. So I understand the appeal of just like them
You didn't
hurting
have
you.
to have the stress of the drive.
Yeah, no problems whatsoever. I just wait and they just point and I go in that direction.
But sometimes the stress of the drive can be nice. It's nice to drive those curvy, windy fucking roads and
Yeah.
experience cresting a hill and seeing the landscape open up before you, like, oh shit, this is fucking beautiful.
I think I have more adventures and better stories and better memories by doing it myself rather than sitting on a tour bus.
So imagine if
Hmm.
you had a silent hand job guy there with you.
Fuck, man, that'd be great. What can you get two of those? Charlie Ray, do you have a secondary, like a backup silent hand job guy lying around?
That you could
Uh,
rent off of him.
no.
Like if whatever you
He's
pay
not a
him,
prostitute.
I'll match that easily, but I'll also give him butter tarts and Nanaimo bars.
Oh,
And you'd have to make sure that they're right-handed, right? Because they'll be sitting
Well, yeah, I'd be
on
in
the
the right.
left side.
well,
Yeah,
nobody wants a left-handed silent hand job guy, so
No,
Charlie Ray knows.
from experience. He's
it's
like,
just
fuck you
awkward.
guys.
Wait, did you just say
I
this is
don't care.
awkward?
That's awkward. The the left-handed hand job. It's like it's like
Yeah.
it's like it's like it's like getting a hand job from a girl who doesn't really want to give you a hand job, and you know how that is.
The unenthusiastic hand job.
How many girls really want to give hand jobs? Like honestly,
Fucking apparently, well, my ex-wife did. She loved doing them with some coconut oil. Hell yeah, great job, honey. But
should have put a ring on it.
I did. She took it off and threw it in my face.
Maybe your dick wasn't good enough. Maybe your Swiss Army penis wasn't quite Swiss Army enough for her.
Yeah, that was luckily somebody telling me that after that relationship, so it helped make me feel better about myself. So you know, I don't know. At this point he's just about ready for the early bird discount. So,
Well, too bad you can't go to Old Country Buffet to get that.
Oh,
So, yes, could I get some 23-year-old pussy here? Thank you. All you can eat menu? Yeah, I'll take that. Is there a backdoor growler?
Backdoor growler. That's our dessert menu, sir. We'll drop that off after your main course.
Yeah, no, I'll take that without the backdoor growler. I'm okay. So, but yeah, like I said, there was a lot of prospects on my trip, but there were some prospects that were probably at least 10 years older than me that I'm like,
Okay,
no,
so
I'm
you shared a room with a
good.
bunch of people, right?
Yeah,
Did
me and
anybody
another dude and a girl.
bring anyone back to the room?
No. It's kind of hard to hook up on the ship because everybody's in like mostly, unless you're like one of the high rollers, like with a VIP room where you can really afford a private cabin. You're sharing cabins. I mean, you could do the whole sock on the door or whatever, system. And I'm sure some people were, but it's difficult to find the time and everything's just so chaotic. I mean, bands are playing. You're there to see bands play. People are well, there's drinking going on all over the place. Dude, my roommates weren't. I went to bed like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. My roommates didn't get in until 5. One night, one of them didn't get in until 6 in the morning. I'm like, you're fucking nuts. I can't handle it. No way. And I'm not
So
looking forward to going to work tomorrow.
were the bands playing 24/7?
They'd start around 11 o'clock and they'd run till about 1 o'clock in the morning. So about 12, 13 hours. Let me tell you something. Going to 7 shows in a row with like, and then sometimes like I'd watch a half hour of one band, then I'd go to another venue, watch a whole show. Maybe I'd watch another half of a band show, and then go to another show, and trying to squeeze in time to grab some food. You know, it was hard. I did that for 5 days in a row. So
uh,
Yeah, I would be done after the first day.
I saw probably about 30 to 35 performances, something like that. So, oh,
wow.
it was a good time. It was a good time. Don't get me wrong, it's a good time. I have decided though that even though the band lineup looks pretty decent next year, I am not doing this again. I I'm
What if your
not
silent
going to do it.
handjob guy came and shared the room with you?
Well, what's pissing me off? No, that won't help. What's
Oh,
pissing me off?
wow. He helps you at all the other concerts driving to Chicago, but hey, when we're on a cruise ship, fuck you, silent handjob guy. This ain't for you, buddy.
I'm too busy. Yeah. Uh, the band that I'm going to England to see is going to be on the boat next year. I'm like, are you fucking shitting me?
Well,
But
then you can't miss it.
You
no,
can't miss both. You gotta do
if I'm
both.
gonna go, I'm gonna no
How many times
no
have you seen him?
once 35 years ago.
Yeah, you gotta go to both.
No, no.
No, you have to.
I've thought. Don't trust me. I have thought about it.
Yeah, but think about what if
But
they never tour again?
well,
You're gonna be like, wow, I only got to see you twice.
well, they do about a 2 hour show when they're playing like the reunion shows like in England and Scotland and stuff.
Yeah,
And the boat shows are at the longest an hour, and they're probably and most bands typically do the exact same set for both shows, or they'll do almost the exact same set and only change out two or three songs. There was a couple of bands that were really cool on the boat, and I didn't get to see them all the times. Like they were do some of the bands did three performances, some did two, some did one. But like some of the bands, like this one band called Shiraz Lane, they did three different shows. Each show they did 10 different songs. So if you were really a big Shiraz Lane fan and you went to each show, you would have seen 30 different songs. That's pretty
that's
cool.
that's what I'd
That's
like to
fucking
do.
cool. Yeah. But then like another band that I went to see, which was really cool because I've never seen him before. Now I've seen him twice, which is Pretty Mates, which is one of the bands I really wanted to go see. They played two shows and the sets were all the same except they'd swapped out two different songs in between the sets. That's it. Two changes.
That sounds like a
That's still
normal
cool. It's still
normal world
cool.
tour
Yeah,
though.
yeah, that's
Bands
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, it's still cool. And I got to see Rose Tattoo play, which they're retiring this year. The singer's 77 years old, so yeah. Uh I kind of, it's time to retire. You could tell he's tired. Like he got off stage after the performance and he looked exhausted. And I'm like, yeah, yeah, I know why you got to retire sometime, even if it's something you love doing. So they'll probably do like one or two, like probably a finale show like in Australia. That's where they're from. They'll probably do one last show there, but I think for the most part they're just done as a band. And I've never seen them before, so now I see them twice. Sebastian Bach came out and did a song like a duet, like kind of sang. That was pretty cool
So he was just
with
like
them
a fan
on the
on the
boat.
boat,
Yeah, he's a huge fan of Rose Tattoo. Yeah,
and he just comes out and sings a song that goes back to thrashing out.
Partying.
he was on the boat because he was like there was two or three people that are like artists that are like also artists, like they paint and stuff. Well, he paints too, and
Oh,
so he had some of his artwork on the ship, and they had a gallery like of selling stuff. And his artwork was like 10 grand. I'm like, you know, silent, and I don't know if anybody bought anything or not, but he was just there, just kind of hanging out. He didn't like do a set or perform, but he jumped on like they had a couple of like all-star jams where just different musicians got up and stuff. He got up and sang a couple of songs on one of those, and he got up and then he sang like a couple of different bands. He jumped on stage and sang a song,
so
just kind of just kind of there.
with a cruise ship metal festival kind of thing happening for like 5 days, I'm
Hmm.
sure that puts you back a pretty penny. And then
Uh,
flying to get to port is also a pretty penny. Who the fuck is gonna shell out 10 grand for a Sebastian Bach painting at this place?
there are people on the boat that have plenty enough money that if they wanted to buy that 10 grand painting, they could. It's just not me. I mean, my total expenditures for the whole thing was probably around $2,500. That was the boat cruise, uh, food like the day before, the extra hotel room night the night before, uh, merchandise I bought, which they're uh, really smart. But
Yeah, you're probably gonna wear that shirt.
oh yeah, yeah, probably two or
How
three times in my
how
life.
many did you buy? That alone is 350 bucks
No, that's only 160
US. I don't
only.
know.
Yes.
Shirts now,
Uh,
when I go see, it's like 75 bucks Canadian for a
oh
band
my
tee.
God. Yeah. Fucking shirts. They're fucking ridiculous, man. Give me two.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll take
Yeah.
two. Do you have
yeah.
any in large?
Uh, what else did I spend money on? Well,
Silent hand job guy doesn't come free.
having to buy a couple of drinks at the airport. So yeah, it's about $2,500,
Well, that's
and I've
cheaper
already
than I
made up my
thought.
mind.
I thought it'd be more
That's
than
like
that.
4,500 Canadian.
Dude, we got the cheapest inside cabin, which was nice, dude. I mean, it was like sleeping in a cave. It was pitch black. I'm like, I love it. If it was just a little bit colder, it was just kind of hot in the
Yeah,
room.
but you guys could have snuggled. Get up real close. Two
Well, the
dudes, one
girl,
chick.
the girl, the girl that was in the room was pretty cute. So,
And she was like, I know you like silent hand jobs, but I'm loud.
He's like, I'll be the meat in this sandwich.
well, yeah, I knew I was no way her type of guy. So,
Or she
I,
strapped it on and she's like, Charlie Ray, looks like you're the meat in this sandwich.
yeah. Yeah, so the other guy in the room is like he was like a fucking baller back in the day. He still is. I mean, he gets fucking women hitting on him all the fucking time. Dude's got long hair, pretty skinny, good looking dude. I mean, he's a guitar player.
I think you're crushing on him, aren't you?
How long did it take him to come?
Yeah, shit,
How much saliva did
nasty.
you use when you were doing that double-fisted twisty on his dong?
It was dry.
Oh,
Uh,
wow.
yeah,
Ow.
but no, I mean, it was funny though. Is he was talking about all these older women were hitting him. Like I said, there was a lot of older women on there. I mean, and some of the rock star fan women haven't exactly taken good care of themselves, and they wear way too tight of stuff. Anyway, it's kind of funny. He was talking about being at the karaoke bar. He was the one that came in super late. And he said he had all these old ladies that were like hitting on him and stuff. And I started giving him shit, and it was pretty funny. I was just talking about, fucking you got the geriatric pack of ladies chasing you around the boat trying to get some, and he's like, no,
But he's single?
no, he's got a girlfriend.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean that would have kept me away if I was him and I had a girlfriend. But if I didn't have a girlfriend and I was him, I would have been like, geriatric women, let's try this. Let's go.
Peg maxing all the
Hey,
way.
Yeah, as
what
long as
happens
they
on
don't
what
have
happens?
the front and back growler.
No, it's fine
What
either way.
what happens on the boat stays on the boat.
Exactly.
Unless
International
it's
waters.
gonorrhea.
Uh,
That comes with it.
yeah, yeah. Or it's like that luggage you carry around forever.
Sounds
Yeah.
like patient zero for gonorrhea was on that cruise
Oh
ship.
my God. If there had been cruises like during the hedonistic rock and roll days, like the actual like
Yeah.
heyday, oh my God, those would have been just fucking STD fucking floating
Oh
tubs on the
yeah.
water,
They would
dude.
have been like
Duh.
And probably
creating
still
STD. They
are.
would have combined different STDs to create like a super
The
strain on
super
those
S,
things.
yeah, yeah.
That's how the zombie virus starts.
The SSTD.
We embarked with 1,000 people, but when we disembarked, there's 1,001. What is
Oh,
that? Fucking STDs combined into a fucking person and walked off the ship. Yeah, yeah. That would have been that would have been fun back in the day. Like back in the day when this was like the hot shit. It's not okay. I'm gonna be honest. Even as much as all of us love the bands on that boat, if you asked the average 1,000 people, not even 100 people, 1,000 people, they probably would have only heard of a few of the bands,
I've got a
because
question about numbers. Do you mind if I
yes,
ask you, Charlie Ray? So, out
uh,
of all the people in the world that you've ever met, I don't want a percentage, I want a number. How many of them do you think like to smash the tip of their cock with a ball-peen hammer? Josh said thousands. I was like,
I was going to say it's going to be a pretty high number.
yeah, I told you.
okay,
I'm thinking two.
see, I'm with Charlie Ray. I was like, yeah, I can't imagine more than like maybe one person, but Josh is like, no, dude, thousands,
Thousands.
thousands. They're closeted ball-peen hammer wang hitting people.
Fucking right,
I,
man.
I
Like you said, there's 8 billion people on the planet.
Right, yeah, but how many
what
have
I
you met?
what I do is I strap
Thousands.
pieces. What I do is I strap pieces of metal around my wang and tie it really tight, and then I use my wang as the hammer.
Oh,
Ooh,
I wish my wang was big enough to be a hammer. I would have to
Well,
use
sounds
mine
my
as a
heavy.
thimble.
he would be like one of those miniature hammers. Uh, yeah, no, ball peen hammers to the cockhead are not a good idea.
And you heard it here first.
Yes, that's an answer for everything right there.
There you go, know-it-alls.
The answer is never. hit the head of my penis with a ball peen hammer. That will never be the answer to any question I
Unless
ever
you're
get.
trying to install a rivet on the tip of your dick.
Or you just like it.
I don't
You
know,
remember when
Josh. I
Prince
think
Alberts were like a thing? Like dudes are all wanting to get Prince, not lots of dudes, but I mean dudes were wanting to get Prince Alberts.
Which is a piercing on the pee-pee?
Yeah,
Yeah, no
on the
thanks.
head.
yeah, it
Yeah.
goes through like where the head meets the shaft on the bottom side, and they
That
shove
makes it
Mm.
hurt even worse when you
they,
hit it with a hammer.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not even gonna describe it because yeah, I'm done. I
No,
can't.
no. I mean, I remember when I remember when it was kind of popular. You know, like there for a while, cock piercings were like in a little bit with the trendy edge people.
I already have my
Not so
anal
much
piercing,
probably
and that's
anymore.
enough for me. I'm good. I don't need more than my anal piercing.
Oh,
I mean,
I just pierced my scrotum. Like
I
what the
kind of
hell?
wanted to do that and put a chain between the two, but I thought that's super inconvenient.
It is. It really gets caught up in the thong, doesn't it?
It does, and
So
I that's all
yeah,
I wear are thongs. Not even mine
yeah,
though. They come from my victims.
yeah.
Ooh.
I don't shit my pants. I shit somebody else's pants. That's what I do. I just find a random person come up and I shit their pants
Wait,
for them. They're
that's
like,
a
"What the
thing.
hell?"
That was an Urban Dictionary a couple weeks ago, where you take
I
a shit
know.
in a passed out person's
Yeah.
pants.
Oh,
See, we learned
and
lots of
you pull
stuff.
them back up.
Yeah,
Endless learning
Oh,
here.
yeah.
oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, looks like we're meandering away to where Bob is our
Yes,
uncle.
I
yes,
think
that's
Bob is your
correct.
uncle.
Hmm.
And then I will not be available for real. So I
Next
will see
next
you
week.
in a couple weeks. Yes.
See you
Sounds
in
good.
3 weeks again?
Yeah, yeah, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, two
Two
weeks.
weeks.
So
Yeah,
you
not.
won't see us
Hold on.
in 7 days, but you'll see us in 13 days.
No, I'll probably still be on the road
So it is 3 weeks.
Sunday night. Yeah, well, it was 3 weeks total out of 4 weeks because it was like I was like gone and then home today and then gone next Sunday night, gone next Sunday night.
I plan all my
Independent.
vacations so that I have this night free, just so you know, Charlie Ray.
I try,
Oh
but
wow.
it's often a transit day
I
I
don't
for
don't do
me.
that at all. If I have a vacation on a
Yeah.
Sunday, I say, okay, guys, not gonna make it.
I have no
Exactly.
idea what days of the week my vacations are, so
I
yeah.
got one coming up in May
I
where I won't be able to make it.
Oh fuck.
I'm
The
going to
Pender
train.
Bender.
You're
Oh
going
yeah.
what? Treasure hunting?
Treasure
Did you
hunting?
did you say you're going treasure hunting?
Who, me?
Yeah, is that what you just said?
No, I said the Pender Bender.
Oh. Oh. Pender Island?
Yep.
Nice.
Disc golf tournament.
I was going to say disc golf. I
Yeah.
remember that. Uh,
My Kylie Minogue concert, I'm getting back late on that night, so I won't be able to record.
That's in May as well.
That's April,
April.
like the
okay.
third week. But my May trip to Disneyland is fine, and my June trip is not fine. Yep. June, I'm
We'll
gonna
make it work.
miss.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We record enough in advance, so we're fine.
We got a back catalog to dig into.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
we
like,
do.
here's an episode from
Just
2016.
just re-release it.
That's what lots of podcasts do.
Well, one of the nights we had a snowstorm down here, I couldn't get down to the show. They just pulled up one of our previous shows from like a few months back and replayed it.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a classic
So,
move.
Should we do
yeah.
that? I'm
Someday,
I'm stressed out that we don't have something new, but I guess if people don't care if you play something old.
as long as you do, like put a few minutes of work into like an intro and say this is a classic
Oh,
episode from
yeah,
our
classic.
library
Yeah, you could just do a classic episode re-release from whatever.
from
Yeah,
Yeah,
whenever,
that seems
and
like a lot of work. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to take someone
yeah.
else's podcast, record it with my phone, then upload that.
oh, that's
No, no, no.
living dangerously.
Just watch somebody else's podcast, give reaction video to it, and
There
then
we
post
go.
that. 'Cause that's what people do on YouTube, you
Yeah,
know.
perfect.
So I'll just watch this video and make comments on it while I'm watching it, and then I'll release it on my video, and then I get paid.
I'm going to watch this silent hand job guy giving a silent hand job to a dude with a back growler.
Is that gonna be like the silent issue 21?
Yeah, absolutely. For
Uh,
those of you non-GI Joe
Josh doesn't
fans
get
out
that
there,
joke. Yeah,
No,
sorry.
it's too old for me.
yeah,
All right,
yeah.
Bob is my uncle, apparently.
Bob's also my uncle,
Charlie Ray.
and he touched me.
I think Bob's my uncle, but these days he could be my aunt. So I don't know.
Yeah, you don't want to judge.
No,
No, I don't. I don't judge Bob. So
Actually,
with
I
that,
did know a girl named Bob.
Yeah.
Bobby? Bobby Joe?
No, Bob.
Oh, I knew a
Yeah.
Bobby Joe.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Did you call her Bob?
I know we just called her Bobby.
Hmm. Yeah, my friend was dating her.
Is that was that
He
her
said her
name or
name was
just what she
Bob.
did?
I didn't date her, so I don't know. I could ask him.
Yeah,
I'm not that
could
interested in
be.
that. Yeah, I don't want to
Nah,
go back to that point.
I'm
All right,
retired.
boys.
All
Yes.
right, well, have a good
All
week.
right.
Yeah.
Peace out. See you when I see you.
Yes, sir.
Peace out.
Like I've been listening to you guys for like fucking a week and a half now. It's almost done. I'm almost caught up.
Nice. That's
He
hilarious.
really, we appreciate you, Mr. Trucker. You were truly a glutton for punishment. And if you want to listen to you want to listen to us morons talking about stupid shit or having answers for everything, either way,
Or
we,
retards talking about retarded shit.
yeah, yeah, we probably wouldn't be able to run that one on at the title.
I
We
wish we
get
could.
canceled. It would be awesome. Yeah.
Well, I mean, one of our titles last week or the week before was like absolute retardation or something like that.
That's right.
Do you
Awesome.
remember what it was?
No, but I remember the
No.
title.
Borderline retardation.
Borderline
That's
retardation.
legit the title. That's
That's
fucked up.
Perfect.
awesome. That is fucked up.
Yeah.
So,
Borderline
alrighty then.
retardation. We got some new listeners.
Hmm.
Sorry,
Nice.
I'm trying to bring it up here.
Hey, we get any more Delaware downloads?
No, that ended. That was like 300 downloads in like a week and a half, and then no more.
They finished it and we're like, that's done. I'm never going back to that.
But
Wow, that is
Bangladesh,
crazy.
Bangladesh,
Wow.
Bangladesh.
and the Czech Republic got two downloads each in the last like 2 days.
Weird.
Wow.
But
Interesting.
Georgia, Oregon, Texas, and Virginia in the last 2 days.
Holla.
Nice.
Nova Scotia, two
Nice.
downloads. Ontario, one.
So Nova
Nova Scotia.
Scotians?
That was Dora.
I don't think
Yeah,
she listens
probably.
to it.
Well, maybe she wanted to hear her own voice.
Yeah, but she's not. I guess she'd have to listen to
Yeah.
it old on because hers aren't edited yet.
Oh, that's true. Well, she's got a few in there
Yeah,
from the
hers won't be
last few
edited till
months.
later.